Can Huggy Wuggy be our secret ally in Chapter 5? There is a lot of signs and a lot of reasons showing why Huggy Wuggy cannot be our ally and will be our enemy in Chapter 5. Like in the latest Steam page images, we can see one of them with Huggy Wuggy literally walking towards us and the player having the flare gun out pointed right at him, along with the description talking about Playtime Co.'s security system being Huggy Wuggy in hot pursuit. This should be enough evidence to go and tell us that Huggy Wuggy is going to be our enemy in Chapter 5, but I think that's where this new theory video come in hand, where we're going to look at all the other evidence to see how Huggy Wuggy can actually potentially be our ally. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and trust me, I will go and talk about this, but it all has to start with theory versus brand new merch line. Yes, we're bringing merch into this, but don't get thrown off just yet, because of course they released some brand new Poppy Playtime merch, which is of course officially licensed, and I gotta say the merch looks amazing. But this is not a news video. We will go and talk about this a lot more in our future news video, but that's not what this video is about. In one of their promotional videos they only went and posted on Instagram, they went and showed off a whole bunch of the different merch, you know, pretty cool and all that, but then they started to go and glitch and have a bunch of hidden messages. Now many people think this could be sort of the next ARG for Chapter 5, but I don't really think that's the case. And also some people are thinking this is going to be starting an ARG for maybe potentially a brand new game. But either way, this video definitely has some hidden clues. It can either just be to just go and promote the merch, which is probably the best and smartest idea. But in the video, it did have lots of flashing lights and flashing words saying help us. And in the back, you can see Huggy Wuggy there. Yes, not Kissy Missy, not any other character, just Huggy Wuggy with the words help us on the screen. Of course, with other hidden messages like check the neck, showing that there potentially could be more secrets in the merch itself, which is kind of sad, showing how I had to go and buy expensive merch just to get more lore drops and more clues toward the next chapter or any next project. So I really hope that's not the case, but sadly only time will be able to go and tell about that. So yeah, definitely go and subscribe because we will be talking about that in a future news video whenever we get to see more on that. But in the whole entire ad here, they did go and show us that if you go and of course buy this, you will get a brand new Huggy Wuggy sticker sheet, which is a pixel art of Huggy with a sign that says help me. Now, first of all, this could all just be like, okay, pretty cool, you know, the Playtime Co experiments need help and want help, but the ones asking for help is so far only Huggy Wuggy, with it first being in the glitched sign and now being in this promotional sticker package. So why is Huggy asking for help? Now, thanks to this Twitter user here, Doey's best friend, they go and talk about a whole bunch of different theories and, of course, thoughts about this whole merch collab type thing. But one of them was talking about how one of the glitched images in the whole entire ad here, when it said help me and it showed Huggy, showed the face of a kid, being the exact same face of the kid called Jeremy. This was shown in the VHS tape in Chapter 3, talking about how he was meant to be adopted, but because of testing, you know, things went wrong. And this whole entire theory is supposed to imply that Jeremy is actually the experiment that became Huggy Wuggy. Now, this wouldn't be a terrible theory, and if this is also revealed just in merch would be pretty insane, not gonna lie. But of course, Huggy has to be a kid. Of course, it would make sense. So seeing the experiments, it makes sense that they want to go and get help, and that's the reason why Huggy's asking for help. But also thanks to Huggy Wuggy on Twitter, we're also able to go and see a little high quality up close image of course, the sticker that says help me. And also Huggy Wuggy does go and bring up how before Chapter 1 was like first coming out and around Chapter 2's time, they released a little bit of merch called Good and Evil Huggy Wuggy. Tees, mugs, and even blankets, just showing a good and bad side to Huggy. So that's where the theory comes and plays in. What if Huggy Wuggy will be switching between sides? He either starts off very bad and then goes to help us out, or looks all bad and evil and menacing, but ends up to actually being good, showing that there is a hidden side to Huggy Wuggy. Now, this definitely would make sense because first of all, in the Steam page, they do talk about Huggy Wuggy being the security system, and we do know in Chapter 1, the one mainly chasing and stalking us was Huggy Wuggy. Now, in the beginning, he definitely was stalking us. He didn't attack us when we grabbed the key. When he disappeared and went to the vents and doors, he kept watching us, but he never actually truly attacked us. Until, of course, the end when we got to go after the whole Make a Friend section. That's when Huggy went to go and attack us. But Huggy didn't run with anger. He didn't just try to jump us. He just walked after us, like slowly. And of course, as you can see from the Steam page image, it looks like he's walking in the exact same walking animation. It doesn't look like he's chasing us. It just looks like he's following us like a security program would. Now, would make sense that, of course, the experiment was made to be a security protocol. So his real intention isn't meant to be bad. That's just what he's made to do. Huggy is, of course, made to be a security protocol. But even more into the description for Chapter 5, they said encounter the tortured denizens living in the darkness. They may aid you in your quest to defeat the prototype, but can they be trusted? And this can refer to any of the brand new toys or brand new characters that be in Chapter 5. And this can also be referring to Huggy Wuggy helping us or not. Because Huggy Wuggy, of course, is tortured, as you guys can see when he got rebuilt. So it could be Huggy Wuggy being the one helping us. So definitely go and subscribe and stay tuned for whenever we get more news on Chapter 5. Because this is just a small theory with literally just the Steam page and just this brand new merch collab, but it definitely looks like Huggy Wuggy might be switching sides, or either starting off bad and then switching to good, or potentially just trying to help us. Because this whole Steam page image could be tricking us by taking the flare hand out, showing that yes, Huggy Wuggy's about to kill us, or maybe this is him just walking around with us, just following us, kind of like how Kissy Missy would in, Chapter 4. Or this can all just be a diversion, and of course, Huggy Wuggy is still bad. Because of course, at the end of Chapter 4, when Huggy Wuggy first saw us, he was limping, he was not as fast, but the minute he actually saw the player inside there, Huggy did run and got really angry at the door. Like, he really was mad. So it definitely shows that he definitely might have some type of grudge against the player after, killing him in Chapter 1. So maybe some things definitely turn out either really bad, where in Chapter 5, of course, here he's just haunting us, but since he is weak, that's the reason why he cannot run. So he's just slowly walking us around, and he of course still is the security protocol in this chapter, which of course will make lots of sense. But I definitely like to go and switch to the side, or theory that of course he is going to be switching sides, or he does have a good side being the kid inside of him, but of course he is still a loyal protector. Of course we know that he is a loyal subject, so that would make kind of sense of why he is following orders. And we have no idea right now if he is following the prototype's order, because all the employees are dead. So what is he kind of going and protecting? What is he being a security base off of? But you guys can definitely go and let me know in the comments below, what do you guys do think about this theory? Do you think Huggy Wuggy will be our ally in Chapter 5? Or do you think this would be a cool big twist that they're building up to? Or do you think Huggy Wuggy is still going to be our enemy, and he's just going to be this roaming AI that's going to be haunting us throughout the whole entire chapter? Because first of all, I definitely do love the idea of Huggy Wuggy being a roaming AI, but I also do love the idea of him slowly turning and helping us in this chapter, kind of like Kissy Missy, and then maybe some type of sweet reunion within Huggy Wuggy and Kissy Missy. But that's kind of just hoping for a lot based off just so little information. So definitely go and subscribe for whenever we do get more information on the chapter, because I cannot wait to go and see more for this whole entire dynamic and what's going to be happening in this chapter. But hopefully when we do get more news on the whole entire Theoryverse collab, and whenever people get merch in, we can see if this builds off the theory or adds more to the flames of Huggy Wuggy being good and needing our help, or just be some type of promotion just to go and promote the artwork and of course merch, not really building towards anything like a brand new game or anything Chapter 5 related. But I guess sadly only time will be able to go and tell. But don't forget to go watch this video here where we go and talk about the brand new Chapter 5 Steam page and teaser, and of course all that good stuff, and of course this video here to check out the brand new secret artwork that does hide some good Chapter 5 secrets in it.